Have security cameras hit your highways or streets? Do they record whatever moves in front of them? And what do you think about them? My son and I had a lively discussion about public cameras the other evening. Neither of us is new to security cameras. I've had them at my house for more than a dozen years, and he has put up a couple of cameras too at his house. Let me give you 2 minutes of our history. We started during the days when all analog cameras were connected and put on a closed-circuit television system. They were recorded to a tape. Channel 79 was the front door, 82 was the mailbox, channel 77 was 4 cameras, each pointing to a different entrance door. A tape recording, 24/7, put about 72 hours worth of recordings to one VHS tape. But it was challenging to look at the tapes back then. A person had to become very familiar with the fast-forward key. When something of interest was observed, the video played in a time-lapse mode, very choppy. As archaic as that system seems now, it did the job. When we had a little incident, when uninvited teenagers stopped by one evening and took keys to scratch up my car. Thanks to a little investigative work and those cameras, the teenagers spent the summer working to pay back my car insurance company for the new paint job. One evening, very close to the millennium, we upgraded my home system to take the cameras off the TV channels and make them viewable on a screen on our home network. Oh yes, we found that smart DVRs were around. For example, the cameras looking at the front yard records movement on the street, driveway, and part of the lawn that doesn't have trees on it. That way, if tree limbs start moving, say in a storm, the camera won't record it. But if a person makes one step on my driveway, those cameras will follow his or her path all the way to the front door. Technically, it's a bit of a marvel. We have software that integrates all the analog and digital cameras, even IP cameras. I'll talk about that in another video. Okay, so you see my family is used to being recorded. But when I asked my son about public cameras recording every move, he hated the idea. Public cameras snapping pictures at every traffic light just crossed over his line. I thought, I wonder if this is generational. So I asked my daughter the same question. Now, mind you, she hated our camera system when she was a teenager. In fact, I remember one day when she threw a tape cassette into the pool to destroy the evidence that my unlicensed princess had borrowed my car. But now she sees things differently. She favors public cameras that record and that can be shared with the public if there's a crime situation like a burglary. Now I find myself asking, is this a gender difference or generational? So let me ask you what you think, or members of your family think. Just send me an email or comment at the bottom of this page. Tell me the age, gender, and yes, it's okay to record, and no if it's not. If you want, you can even send me a little note and rant about what you think of security cameras. In a couple of weeks, I'll get back to you with some of the results of the information. This ought to be fun.